This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so today is Wednesday, June 19th, and as always, everything that we're going to be talking about today is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. All right, so pretty much one of the only things out there that's moving this morning is this MLNT, and we just got, so very interesting, we just came up to that 4 level, and you can see we got one ask print, and the rest just kind of, motored right by, so not really anything that we need to end up pulling back from there. But the biggest thing is just, just as always with these cheaper stocks, we just need to continue to see newer buying that's coming in, newer positions to show us that we're going to have more room to continue back up. Coming up to that 425 level, really not much buying either. There was some nice buying underneath the 4, but not really much at that minor, and then really the only kind of burst that we saw was right here at that 435. So pretty big move with really not that much buying that we saw, on the bigger side of things at all. So going to be interesting to see. We are starting to get a little bit coming underneath that 450, and then 450 obviously is going to be very important for us to see some more controlling prints to come into there to show us that we're going to actually have some room up and let that 5 kind of act as a magnet and bring us back up there. So really, at the end of the day, all it does is it's just going to come down to consistent volume and continuing to see that buying for us to come back up, and then obviously 450 is going to give us a real good indication of what our expectations are going to be for the next 50 cents above there. And then from there, I mean, it's been a pretty slow pre-market. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that's out there. There's a bunch of movement, just not really many prints and really any real trading that's going on. So taking a look, so we have FRSX, 299,000 shares, but you can see just not really, doing anything. It's, way more than it usually trades during the pre-market, but not actually any type of real movement. We have SPHS, 306,000 shares, but see the same type of deal. Overall great volume for the pre-market, but just not really any type of consistent trading that's going in there that give us any idea that we're going to actually be able to trade this once the market opens. We have AXTA, which looks like a buyout or some. I mean, there's just nothing going on there whatsoever. AKS 241,000, same type of deal. You can see it's very, it's almost everything looks exactly the same. Some decent volume, but not really much going on the trading side of things. So moving over to the loser side, we have SESN, 3 million, but very quanty, not really anything going on. MGI, we were watching yesterday, but it looks like it's kind of taking a fall back towards that downside after it made a nice little move yesterday afternoon. TEUM, 241, absolutely nothing. Rio, not really a day trade for the most part. And then we have SPGL, not really much going on there at all. Kern, KERN, let's take a look. New pot stock, Kerner Corp. Okay. So it might be something that you want to put on your list, but as of right this second, 18,000 shares, there's just no interest in trading it whatsoever. And on average, it's trading 37,000 shares. So not really much going to be going on there. Tesla, anything new? Not really. I mean, this morning you could see there's no prints yet. I mean, it really hasn't, really most of everything out there really hasn't started trading. I mean, BABA, we have a few prints right at that 166.50 level that I was looking at. You can see right here on the sell side of things real early, but other than that, I mean, it's just a slow morning out there. So as usual, we're going to have a bunch of patience. CALA, let's take a look. There's not really much going on. 631, great overall volume. It's an anomaly compared to what it usually trades, but you can see, I mean, there's just not really any type of real trading. I mean, we've got some good bursts that came into it, but at the same time, it just doesn't look like it has much of an interest of really moving. Well, I'll throw it on my side list because we really have one stock on our list, but I'm not sold yet. I need to see a little bit more that's coming in. Good morning. I posted this in chat, but I think it might benefit a lot of us to hear since we just got out yesterday. Since we know Facebook has because we just got juked out yesterday. Since we know Facebook has unsatisfied ask prints at 194, technically we know it's a high percent trade since it's gotten further and further away. But with so much selling slow, MA. Okay, so the MA part, as you know, I don't pay attention to, so there's nothing that I'm going to even comment about that. But overall, if you look at Facebook. Okay, at what point did Facebook yesterday tell us that it was time for it to go back up? Okay, we did. If you look at the actual the end of day where that would have been when you were coming back into the trade, it's not there at all. So really, what you're looking for is a trigger towards that upside. So we know going over 194 at some point is going to be a high percentage trade, but it is not in any way It's not in any way shown that yet. I mean, look at the actual trading itself. When the stock is ready to go, you're going to be able to see it. Okay, we talked about trading consolidated stocks and harder stocks. So a stock that's trading completely consolidated like this is going to shake you out a lot, and that's looking at it. Okay, all of the triggers on this side are showing to the downside. We haven't had one trigger back towards an upside that gave you really any type of real clear, it's time to make that move. So overall, yes, at some point there's ask Prince at 194 that after it's done pulling back and after the selling stops, it's going to have to come back up. But just make sure you wait for your trigger. The MA part of it, guys, that's not something that I use, so I don't want to give you an answer on something that I don't know. And yes, also the Fed meeting today at 2 p.m., so that will be something for us to watch, but definitely things this afternoon are going to start to get very slow. All right, guys, so let's get ready for our morning. We're going to have to wait for a few more things to pop up because it is just very, very slow out there. But overall, just remember what we talked about yesterday. There's no reason to force anything. There's no reason to try to jump the gun. We'll get the trades that come out. The trades are going to present themselves. Let's just make sure that we wait for the high percentage trades, but also the dominant market maker. Okay, if we want to add more to our percentages on the trade, we need to make sure we find a lot of prints that come out there. All right, guys. So I will talk to. He meant the amazing mess. All right, guys. I'll talk to everyone in the chat and happy trading.